So that's what it was. When I see other people, or I started seeing that my clothes fit different, or my
Okay,
jeans
clothes
wasn't,
fitting
yeah,
different.
yeah, jeans wasn't hugging the thighs like that. I got my mama thighs, so I was, I got my mama thighs, so I was like, okay, all right, they ain't up on the thighs like they used to be, so
This dude a
something's
clown.
working out. Yeah, I was like, something's working out. So that's what that was.
Hey, you're listening to the Quality Cup Life podcast. My name is Imani, and here we believe that in order for young adults who are looking for a better quality life and to live with purpose, you have to pour into your own cup first. Just because you may have missed out on certain things growing up or you didn't have the best start, that does not mean your entire life has to go that way. And in living a quality cup life, we talk about it through a 9-step framework broken up into 3 pillars: mind, body, and money. So thank you for joining us, and let's get into the show. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Quality Cup Life podcast. My name is Imani. I got a new guest today. This is my big dog.
Yes, ma'am. Big Ike.
This my homie from the 8th grade. Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
8th grade, 7th
Because that's
grade.
when I met you, in 8th grade.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So this guy is a fascinating individual to me, and I'm sure after you y'all hear this, y'all might be like, yeah, that guy's pretty interesting. And by the end of this, I'm gonna need y'all to check out his music too. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
So how are you feeling today, sir?
I'm good. I'm living. Life is good right now. Working, that's about it. That's about it right now. That's about it. Trying to make things work.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Gotta get this money.
Hey, that's fact.
Yeah. I'm like just starting to try to not work all the time. I'm trying to starting to be like, Imani, you can know what fun is. So
yeah.
Instead of just being behind a computer screen all day long. But so yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You said so. What you been up to lately is basically working.
Just working, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't touch as much music as I need to be touching, but hey, we get back on it. Get back on it.
Okay, cool. That's as long as you get back to it, because I'm be asking.
Always. I appreciate you though.
Yeah. But so I invited Isaac on the podcast today because there are this is my homie, because I feel like we have a lot in common, and we have like similar values and goals and things like that. And so some of the things that I'm like really impressed by you is I think some of your like really strong points is like your focus and your drive and stuff. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. Focus and drive meaning like one of the things that I think is really impressive is at one point, did you tell me at one point you like lost close to 100 pounds, or like you estimate it was about that much?
At one point I lost close to 200 pounds.
For real?
So I'm still over 100.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still over 100. Mm-hmm. I just was close to 200.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, yo. So see, now y'all know what I mean.
Facts.
And like, and that's got to take incredible like drive and focus, and then also like with you traveling hours away out of the state to go to school. First for what was it, gaming programming or something like that?
Yeah, at first I went for game design.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought my future was gonna be, on my game design, making Madden for all the homies and giving out free copies, and that it just didn't work out that way. That just wasn't meant for me. That just wasn't meant for me. So that's what I went to school originally for.
Yeah.
And then,
came back to the dark side. Music.
Had to. I always had that background. I was just scared to share it with others. So hey, it was there. I jumped on it.
Okay, cool. And that's like I'm sure that's not like the easiest thing to do, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that was like, what you doing going to school for that? Like, whatever, because it's not like a regular type of thing. And I really think I really like appreciated that you like how invested you are in your family, because like you'll come back home and like everything is like helping your family and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family is big too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then like also one of the ways me and you are pretty similar is like we put a lot into mastering the craft of what we're doing. To like almost to the level of like perfectionist, where like where it's like you be too hard on yourself and stuff. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we be on that. We gotta stop that though. But
I mean, we working on it, but hey, I mean, the work comes out good. It comes out great actually. Whenever you send me something and I send you something, I feel like we put our all into it, so it comes out great. It's just sometimes we overthink it.
Yeah, overthink it.
That's the problem.
And sometimes
that's the biggest problem.
To the point where we don't want to share because we see it the way we see it, and it's not like how we want it to be. So we assume that other people are gonna feel that way too, when really they don't even notice. they just be like, oh, cool.
They don't care at all.
At all.
Don't care. That's facts.
But so to switch back to the weight thing, can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide to start losing weight in the first place? Because that's a big thing.
Well, it's it's a cool story because like Jelani. Jelani is one of my best friends back home, and around this time he was having his first child, which he's still on. I know I said it weird, but he still only got one.
My baby's born. To my baby's born.
He was having his first child.
Shout out to Ray J on the verses. Go ahead.
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Like I was saying, it's my homeboy Jelani baby shower. And I get to the baby shower. Knowing me, I don't look at anyone. I walk straight to the gift table to drop the gift off because I don't like talking to people. You know me. So I drop the gifts off. I hear somebody say, Isaac. It's a group of our high school friends. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go sit down. We're all talking, talking about old stories, bringing up old memories, things like that. We get to a point where they start playing the games. And I'm like, oh, I'm competitive. I love games. I don't like to lose. So I'm like, all right, bet. We get to a certain game. I don't know the name of it, but it's a game. It's the game where they have yarn, and the objective of the game is to guess the approximate length of yarn to match the baby mama's stomach.
Yeah.
So everyone's cutting their yarn. I cut mine. Another friend cut theirs. One of our friends in particular, she says, Isaac. And I said, yeah, what's up?
Boy.
She says,
oh, God.
She's like, hey, can you come here? I need help with something. And I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, all right, cool. What you need help with?
I feel like I might be able to guess who this is. Oh, Lord.
You know who it is. You know who it is. Hey, I still love her. Ain't no hate. Ain't no hate in my heart. I still love her to this day.
God. Okay.
I still love her. So so she takes the string and she's like, come here. And she wraps it around my belly. She's like, you think this matched the baby mama?
Bro, already.
She's like, you think this matched the baby mama? And I'm like, no, you know me, so I laugh it off. But inside, I'm a little bit, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good one. I probably would have said it if it was somebody else. But so she matches it up with me. Thankfully, it doesn't win, because if it would have won, I probably just left the building.
Yeah, I'd have been like, I'm out.
Yeah, so thankfully it didn't win. But then that happens. We get, at the end of the baby shower, everyone is taking pictures. We get to the point they're taking pictures. I'm like, okay, cool. I get in the picture. It's me. From what I remember, it's Jelani, baby mama, Keziah. Hey, Keziah. It's Jelani.
What's up,
Keziah? It's me. For sure, the homie. It's me, and then it's Chris, which people, Chris is one of our friends too. So we take the picture. I look at the picture. I'm like, okay, Keziah. Okay, nine. I look at me. I said, is that me? I say, is that me? Because you don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
So I say, is that me? And I'm like, oh, that's me. That's me for sure. I see why they call me Big Ike now. It's the truth. So so everything goes through. I'm feeling bad now. I just don't say nothing. I'm laughing all that. I get home. Everybody know if I don't talk to my mom or my aunt, my grandma is like me and my grandma like this. Like So I get home. My grandma in the den at this time, and she's like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, man, I gotta lose this weight. It's something ain't right. She's like, what you mean? I was like, grandma, I took pictures and I hate it. I don't ever want to take a picture again. And she's like, well, you can always do something about it. So the next day,
okay, grandma.
at this time, hey, facts. So the next day, I'm staying with my mama at this point. Well, not staying, but I went home to help out with family.
Yeah.
So I'm staying with my mom. Next day, everything I had that was like sweets, chips, threw it all out. That next day.
You said cold turkey. I don't want
it. Listen, I exercised that morning. Everything was going good. Well, no, actually, I didn't exercise yet. This point, I was just eating clean. So I was just eating clean. Everything was going good. I think I stayed for like another week, maybe 2 weeks. Got home that first day. I was like, all right, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock a.m. And I'm exercising. So I wake up at 6 a.m. and I get to it. I almost killed myself.
Oh no!
I was like, I'm doing jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups. Listen, I almost killed myself. But when I got done with the 30-minute workout, I was like, oh yeah, I can do it.
You was like, I can do this.
Facts. So that was that was like what's pushed me. Actually going home, seeing all my old friends, looking at the friends and being like, I shouldn't look like this. Not at my age. And well, nobody should look like this. But it's really at my age. With what I want out of life, I shouldn't be looking like this. I shouldn't be feeling like this. So that's what made me make the change in the first place.
Okay. I never knew what it was. All I knew was you came home for after a couple of years and we got together and I was like, who is this? Is this slim young man? I don't know. I know the voice, I know the face, but who is this young man? I was like, okay.
That's what it was. That whole thing, that whole moment is what changed me at that point. So yeah.
So that's pretty crazy how like sometimes the most hurtful moments is the thing that can help push you to make like better change for yourself. That's crazy.
Yep. And it seems like that's always what happens with me though.
Yeah.
Like which it shouldn't be like that, but anytime I go through like a struggle, I'm like, okay. But it makes you change. It changed your way of doing things.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's repetitive. Nothing is going to change.
Yeah, so. That's facts. Because I think that's like most people, they don't change something until it's painful. Like something hurt and I got to do something different. Because if it ain't hurting you bad enough, you're just going to keep doing the same thing. It don't bother you that much. Because if it did, you change it. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Wonderful story. Story time.
Yeah, just a little tea for everybody. A little tea.
That's cool. So after the feeling of like feeling like embarrassed and stuff like that, how do you keep it going once because that happened a few years ago. How do you keep that up? Like keep it going?
Oh, so basically for me, it was just seeing the progress. So I'm one of those people that I have to see it to believe it. Kind of, not with everything, but with certain things, I'm like, I got to see it to believe it. So I say after like, I kept looking at the scale, I was losing like 20, 25 pounds a month. But that's just because of how big I was. When you're that big, you're working out, you're eating less, you'll lose weight drastically and quick. So I was seeing that I was losing weight, but I wasn't seeing it on me in particular until people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, what you mean? They're like, you're looking different. You're losing weight. I'm like, okay. So once other people started seeing it, I started looking in the mirror. Because I told you at one point, I was like, I don't want to see myself in pictures, nothing. So once people started saying things, I was like, well, let me look in the mirror. And I look in the mirror, I'm like, okay, I can see it's changing. So that makes me want to go harder. That makes me want to drive. That gives me the drive to do things that I wouldn't do in the past. And that's with everything in my life. So that's what it was. When I see other people or I started seeing that my clothes fit different, or my
Okay,
jeans
clothes
wasn't
fitting
yeah,
different.
yeah, jeans wasn't hugging the thighs like that. I got my mama thighs, so I was I got my mama thighs, so I was like, okay, all right, they ain't up on
Oh
the thighs
no.
like they used to be. So
This dude a
something's
clown.
working out. Yeah, I was like, something's working out. So that's what that was.
That's cool, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So like so you said that seeing the progress, well,
Mhm.
at least for you at first, with you not looking in the mirror, so seeing the progress on the scale was what, like, you were like, oh, okay, I'm making progress, I'm losing. You can see the pounds dropping. So that's a part of
Yep.
the part that kind of kept you motivated.
Yeah, pretty much that,
Okay.
and it's just being happier, feeling better than ever before.
Mhm.
So I could get out of bed and I wasn't like, oh, I kind of hate.
Mhm.
I'm like, I hate the day already. I
Mhm.
hate the day already. But it's not just that; it was other things going on. But just just feeling better in myself, feeling better in my body,
Mhm.
mentally, spiritually. At this point, I was working on some things too. So everything was just coming into, like, I guess, fruition.
Mhm.
Everything was like everything was just connecting.
Mhm.
And once I felt that, I was like, keep going. Things
Mhm.
can only get better from here. It's not gonna get worse. So
Mhm.
that's what it was for me.
That's cool, man. That's cool. And I think a lot of people don't realize that what you put in your mouth affects your, like, your brain and how you, like, think and stuff like that. Like, you being able to be happier and process things and stuff like that. Um because I'm a little bit of a health nut. Hello. So I've learned recently that, or I guess recently, that whatever every cell in your body is made out of what you eat, including your brain. So like
Yep.
if you eat a lot of hot Cheetos, your brain is made out of hot Cheetos.
Hey, facts.
I'm not even
That's fact.
kidding. So
Yep.
you do not want
Yep.
your brain to be made out of hot Cheetos. I'm just say that. But
Hey, you telling the truth though.
but that's what's up, yeah. So can you give some examples of
Mhm.
like maybe like three of the things that you did that made the biggest difference in like your weight loss?
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, hold on, I was trying to start this back. Okay, for sure. So wait, what was the question again? My bad.
Can you it's okay. Can you give like maybe three examples of some of the things that you did that made the biggest difference in your weight loss?
Okay, so one of the biggest things was I started weighing my food. So
Oh, okay.
that's later down the road.
That's
Of
some
course,
advanced
that was
stuff.
yeah, yeah. That's later down the road, but that really helped me a lot. I noticed that once I started weighing my food,
Mhm.
looking at what I was eating versus what I should be eating,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay. I can see why this would make me gain weight. I'm
Mhm.
eating 2,300 calories when I should not be
Mhm.
eating 2,300 calories. So that was one of the biggest things. I would say pretty much weighing my food, measuring things such as, like, if I wanted juice, I would be like, okay, I'm getting exactly a cup of juice. I'm not
Mhm.
getting over juice.
Mhm.
I'm not drinking a bottle. I'm not putting it in one of them big green cups I got in the
Yeah.
house. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna get a measuring cup. I'm gonna
Mhm.
say, okay, I want a cup of juice,
Mhm.
get it out the way, move forward. So
Okay.
that was one of the biggest things that helped me along the way.
Mhm.
Number two, I would say at this point, I would say finding other hobbies so that you don't focus solely on the weight loss.
Mhm.
That's really big for me.
Like
That's really
physical
big for me. When I
activities?
Yeah,
Okay.
anything. It could be music, it could be video gaming, hanging out with friends. You have to have something
Like
to
that's
take
fun
your
for
mind
you?
off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you're obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I have that problem a lot because I'm like, oh man, I need to lose weight, and I jump right into things. I'm like that
Mhm.
with a lot of things. So I jump right into it, and then my whole mind is like lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. I'm
Mhm.
not thinking about career. I'm not thinking about friends. I'm not thinking about anything like that. It's just lose
Mhm.
weight, but that's not healthy.
Mhm.
So you have to have other things in your life to push, not push the weight aside, but to say, okay, I can focus on this for a bit. I can have fun. I can
Mhm.
eat I can eat a cheeseburger and get right back on it.
Mhm.
I don't have to be like, oh, I'm strict here, here, here. you got to have other things to take your mind off of it.
Okay, so you were like
So
working for like a balance, looking for a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Exactly.
got you.
That's the perfect word for it. You got to
Okay.
find a balance. So involving, finding other things in your life that brings you joy. I would say that.
Okay.
That helps me.
I like it. I like
Third,
it.
yeah. And then the third thing, support system.
Mm-hmm.
Support system. At first, I didn't really have it, but that's only because I didn't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. Once I told people what I was doing, once they saw things were changing, they saw I was working.
They saw you was
Around
getting
this time,
results, boy.
yep. Around this time, I'm working on music. I'm losing weight.
Mhm.
I'm doing everything I want to do.
My boy was
So,
on it.
listen, I need to get back on it, but but around this time, I'm doing everything I need to do.
Mhm.
And then since my family saw it, they was like, "Oh yeah, you can't stop. You got to keep going. It's only going to get better."
Mhm.
A lot of my other friends are like, "Yo, you're doing great, man. I
Mhm.
don't ever want to see you get back to that place you were." Because I wasn't in the best place in my life at before.
Mhm.
So they was like, "Yo, I want to see you keep going with it." So that's another thing.
Mhm.
Just having that support system, finding people around you who have like goals like
Mhm.
you. Because it's weird. A lot of my friends I met down here. I would say at least 3 of my friends have lost over 100 pounds
Oh, that's
before I met them.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Yo, that's crazy. That's for
Yeah.
real. Like once you start getting into something, you'll start. I hate to use the word attracting, but you'll start attracting people that's like you. That's true.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you'll
And
start
we
to
all
kind of like repel the people who are not like you, even if you don't
exactly.
mean to do that, but that just end up happening.
Yeah, and it is what it is. Like I said, you have different friends for different things.
Yeah, fact.
But sometimes when you have a goal and you're focused on that goal, you need to be around people who are also focused on like-minded goals.
Yeah.
You have to be
If
around
not,
it
you'll
because that's
slip.
what pushes you.
Yeah.
Yep,
You'll
that's what
slip
pushes
on
you.
back.
Yep. If you like, oh, I ain't been in the gym 3 days, your friend need to be like,
Where
well,
you
why
at,
not?
cuz?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Hitting you up.
like I'm in the gym. Where you at?
Yeah.
And so yeah, so you gotta have that. So I
Yeah.
think those would be my 3 things. So like weighing the food was huge, having the support system, and then the second thing was just finding other things in your life that brings you joy.
Okay. All right. We like the answers around here. Let's go.
Oh, for sure.
Let's go. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you was, what's the hardest part about keeping track of like your health and your weight loss? What's the hardest part about that? Because I want to,
Just
let
life.
people know it's real. This ain't, we
Yeah.
not acting like everything is peaches and cream.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. I think just living life, man, because like it's so much other things going on, so many other things you have to keep in mind. Why are you losing weight? And they're all not they're not all great things. We got bills, you got to work. You might not like your job, but you got to go because you got to pay the bills. You got sometimes you don't have the right people around you, so they aren't the right friends, and you have to figure out how to maneuver those while also staying on your goals.
Yeah.
And it's not the best. If you got friends that's like, yo, let's eat out and eat here 3-4 times a week, that's not helping.
Is y'all
you with
gonna
the
pay
weight
for
loss.
all this food though?
Trust me, the money is huge. But even
Cause y'all
but
playing.
even so, facts. But even so, if they're like, yo, let's go eat cheeseburgers, let's go eat pizzas, and your goal is to lose weight,
Yeah.
you might not need. I'm not saying they're bad friends, but you
Yeah.
might not need those type of friends around you at that moment.
time, yeah.
Until you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You might not need those friends around you.
Yeah.
So I would say for me, the hardest thing is just trying to maneuver life while also staying focused on that goal.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. It's a lot. They don't tell you growing up being an adult is like this.
Don't get me started.
You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say that. They do tell you we don't listen. We don't listen. We don't. We say, oh, we want to be grown. We want to be able to. Am I lying? Am I lying?
I think it's certain things they'll tell you about and other things they don't.
Oh well, of course. Yeah,
but
yeah.
Well, I
it's
feel
not
you.
Clean. It's not clean cut. But
No,
a lot of
not
things
at
they
all.
did tell you, like, oh, you might want to stay in a child's place for a little while longer. Like,
You're right. You're trying to grow up too fast. Yeah.
I don't want to stay in no child's place. You feel me? You want to be out with friends. You want to stay out past 10 o'clock. You want to go do things that that you see older people doing. Listen.
Yeah.
It's not all peaches and cream, like you said.
That's
fact.
That is fact.
So,
that's fact.
So you gotta find. Yep. You gotta find a way that You got to find a way to push through those obstacles that come through life, and you got to find a way to. Once you break through that obstacle, you got to find a way so that you don't bump your head again.
Yeah.
If you already bump your head once, what's the purpose of bumping it again? You already been through that. You shouldn't have to do it again.
That's very true.
So yeah, that's pretty much what it is for me. Just trying to maneuver life while also staying focused on the goal of like, okay, I need to be healthy, not just for me, but for my family too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what it is.
And then one of the things when you were mentioning like friends and stuff that for example you said your friends want to go out and eat cheeseburgers, you trying to lose weight. I think a good way to find out if those are really your friends is telling them, hey, I'm trying to lose weight, y'all. So or not trying to, because we don't do that. We don't try around here. You saying my goal is to lose weight or X amount of weight or whatever. So this is why I'm not going with y'all. If they are they still trying to get you to go to eat with them anyway, and they're not in support of your goals like that, they might not be your friends like you think they are.
That's facts. That's
so
facts.
y'all think about that.
Or they're just not in the same mindset, and that's okay.
I
that's
know,
okay.
But to be your friend, you don't have to be in the same mindset. You should like just cause you trying to lose weight and I'm not, that doesn't mean that I should be trying to push you to do what's the opposite of your goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Because I could be like, oh, all right, well, bet like, okay, we go out, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger, but get you a salad, like. You know, I could be like, you can still come. Yeah. They got salads, like they got grilled chicken, you know, or since you, or if you a really good friend, you can be like, all right, well, I'll get a salad with you, and then when you leave, I'm gonna get that cheeseburger. But while you here,
that's facts. Nah, I feel you. You right. I feel you.
To be, to be supportive.
Yeah, they make the right choices for you sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you right. You speaking facts. I see you. Yeah. Quality. Quality cup life. I feel.
So now I want to ask you about the music. So the first thing I want to ask you is, can you talk about how you can go so far and put like so much work in into like a goal, for example, and like feeling like, dang, this ain't turning out the way I wanted it to turn out, or like how you thought it would, especially when you see other people doing what you do, but theirs is big trash, you know.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? Because I know like you can't be the only person that can relate to that.
Yeah, so that is big trash.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
Yeah.
You're not lying. Okay. Well, you just asking me how I keep going, how I keep putting the work in or something?
Like, what am I asking? Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay, how do I keep putting the work in?
Yeah.
It's tough for me. I battle with that a lot. Especially, I battle with it a lot, especially when you do hear other people music sometime, or you see other people art, and you're like, I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
But I know,
good. Yeah.
I know. And sometimes they're just putting more work in than you are, to be honest. A lot of time they are. But for me, I say a couple things that I do. For me, a lot of times I won't listen to mainstream music as much as I used to. And the reason for that is I'm a big comparer sometimes. And I'm comparing myself to the wrong people a lot of times. I'm comparing myself to the Drakes. I'm comparing myself.
Come on, not the Drakes.
Listen. I'll be comparing myself to people who've been in the industry 30, 40 years. And I'm like,
come on, bro.
Why my music don't sound like this? I ain't been in the industry 30, 40 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I have to, that's something that I have to keep in mind. And I'll be like, okay, I need to take this break from this. I need to be working on myself, not listening to anything else, because at a certain point, when you start comparing, you also start to, I would say, you start to copy like certain people's cadences, certain people's styles, the flow of the music. You can feel yourself imitating them.
Yeah,
that's the word. You start to imitate other people's gifts And that's not the gift that God gave you. That's not the gift that you have. You
Mm-hmm.
got to be able to use your own gift and to say, okay, this is me. This is my type of music. This is my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. Their music is still good,
Mm-hmm.
but I know my music is good.
Mm-hmm.
If this person's music is trash and it's going places, why am I afraid to put my own music out there? Why am I afraid to do myself justice, to help myself be able to help my family in the long run? Why am I afraid to do that? And so I have to keep that in mind, and I have to say, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put it out, which I have been failing that. But I know where I'm going wrong. I just got to change the mindset. So I can talk about it all I want, but until I change it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm with you on it. Cause like that's like a common thing to compare yourself to, like, even, well, yeah, like big mainstream people. Cause I feel like, cause I do that sometimes too, but I wouldn't compare myself to like huge people. I would compare myself to like people that are somewhat closer to my level, but I'm like, okay, but they getting all of this, they getting all of these clients, or they're getting all these, whatever, attention, or whatever. And I'm like, but I'm like, again, like you said, I'm not a hater, but I'm like, their stuff not even all that good. Like, okay, I'm looking at, I'm like, okay, they did that wrong. They could have did this. They did that. And it's like basic stuff. I'll say, for example, like photography, like, I'm like, bro, like the basics, that's a basic. Do that,
Yeah.
you don't, you're not supposed to do that, like that type of thing. And and a lot of times, at least for me, like a lot of times it's because those people are louder than me, because I was quiet. So like I was quiet about what I was doing. So it's like, I was like, how I kind of had to get real with myself after a while and be like, how do you expect to get people to get attention and all of this, and get clients or whatever, like these other people, you're not saying nothing, you're not promoting yourself, you're not talking about it, you're not, doing none of that. You just think you can mention it one time and think people are supposed to hop on the train. That's just not how stuff works. So
it doesn't work like that.
And that's the same for this podcast. Like, it took me a while to even get like even a few more listeners or a few more watchers or whatever. It's because I was being silent. But the moment I like consistently was posting about it and stuff like that, I saw like growth within that amount of time. And so yeah, I'm with you on that, big dog. I got you. I got you on that one. So next I want to ask you is, could you say something kind of encouraging for people who feel like there's like other things that's popping up, priorities, and they feel like they have to push their goal or what they're working on to the back burner or push it to the side? Could you, and sometimes that stuff can make you feel bad, or you like, dang, I ain't been doing this and that, like, because I got all of this other stuff. Could you say something encouraging for those people?
Yeah, of course. I would just say, for that, I would just say, basically, just don't give up, man. Like, you're gonna have those times when you feel like nothing is going right. You're gonna have those times where you feel like things are actually against you. Like, okay, it gotta be me. It can't be it can't be life. It just gotta be me. Like, somebody hates me.
Yeah.
You're gonna have those times.
Yeah.
You're gonna have those times. But it's important to remember that, especially for weight loss, it's important to remember that you're not just doing this for yourself. It's huge for yourself. But you're also doing it for the people around you, the people that love you. They want you to be here a long time. They want you to live a happy, successful life. And if you're steady eating wrong, not just weight loss, you're not trying to get your life together, you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, it's hurting them also. And like you said, we both know I'm a huge family man. That's not for everyone. That's not for everyone, but for me, I'm a huge family man. That's facts. Hey, everybody family ain't the same.
You're right.
But for me, I'm like, okay, I got a little sister, and my sister is 6 now, and time flies. But me and my sister are 20 years apart. If anything ever happened to my mom or my grandma or any of them, I gotta be there to take that role.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit back. And if I'm not in the place to move a certain way or do certain things that I need to do to make sure that she's straight in the long run so that she can live a happy life.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, what am I here for?
Yeah.
Because I'm not leaving anything behind. I'm just here to live and then go and to die off. That's not a purpose. That's not a purpose for me. That's not a happy life for me. For me to be successful in life, I'm like, I want to get to a point to where everyone in my family is straight, my friends are straight, I'm straight, nobody got to worry.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to remember, even when I don't want to eat right, even when I don't want to exercise, even when I don't want to make music, when I don't want to go to work,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go to work a lot. When I don't want to go to work a lot. I have to remember that it's more than just me. I got other people counting on me.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's just you, you should want better for yourself.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. You shouldn't want to be stuck on the couch, eating, watching TV all day.
Mm-hmm.
You should want to be, okay, if you want to be an artist, go do art.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a singer, go sing. You want to be a truck driver?
Go
get in the truck. You want go hop in that truck, get that CDL, and make your move. So it's just all about wanting to do better for yourself and knowing that you deserve better.
Okay.
Because if you don't know that, then you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not up. You just stuck. That's it. so yeah. I would just say I would just say wanting more for yourself, wanting better for yourself, wanting more for the people around you, and just wanting a better life. That's just what it is.
Okay. Cool. That's what's up. And I think like something that something that I would like to add to that is thinking about things practically and like thinking about like managing your time better, because I know like a lot of times, man, stuff just be thrown at you in life. Sometimes you like, God, oh my God, like can you get your foot off my neck for like 2 seconds?
I'm telling you, my God, you body slamming.
Yeah. Oh my God, just geez. But I think like as long as it's not something that's like super 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 serious where you like but as long as you can find, even if you can find like 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes a day to work on whatever it is that you're doing. Because this is a little bit of a sidebar, but I was in this group, in this accountability group. It was one of Eric Thomas's group or whatever, and one of the guys that coached him, he came on that call one day and he had us do this worksheet where we looked at, okay, it's 168 hours a week, and he said, okay, now write down how much time we can all just say, even though we don't really sleep 8 hours a day, okay, 8 hours a day, okay, you sleep 8 hours a day, you work 8 hours a day. Let's say it takes you a total of 2 hours or 2.5 to commute there and back. Okay, how much time you spend eating? Maybe 30 minutes. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, and we all did that. Okay, picking up your kids from school and doing this and doing that. And bro, every last one of us had time left. We were like, bro, we had like 15 extra hours in this week, and we don't know where it went. So like,
gone.
It's gone. You don't know where it's at. So like, I just think it just taking inventory and make sure that you actually make time for the thing. Then you can even if it's little by little, even baby steps is better than like nothing. So just wanted to add that in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's very important. And I think you're better than most people at that. You trust me. You might not think you are, but you're better than most people at that. You're good at making sure you put time into what you want.
I'd be like,
making sure you put. You feel like that, but when I'm talking to you, that's how I feel. I'm like, oh God, I'm not. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
Nah, you good, man.
You got to give yourself credit. You got to give yourself credit for that, because I know, but that's something you got to do for sure. Give yourself credit because you deserve it, and you make sure you put in the time that, okay, I want to work on this, you
Mm-hmm.
go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being like, oh man, you
Mm-hmm.
telling me they dropped that new show on Netflix again? Cause that's me. Cause that's me. When they drop our show again, I'm waiting on
Yeah.
it. When they
Yeah.
so yeah, man. So that's
Yeah.
definitely a good point. That time management is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get that right, it'll set you up for a
Mm-hmm.
great future. So
Mm-hmm. I say that, and I'm gonna throw this in there too. Get better at decision making too, because I need help with that. But
yeah.
okay.
Hey, I feel you. You ain't the only one.
Yeah. And then so the
Yeah.
next thing I wanted to ask you is what do you think could help you get further in, like, I'm saying, your music?
Oh, okay. Besides, I would say definitely putting in the work pretty much. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been doing it as much as I need to. And I'd like to say I have spurts. So I have 3-4 months where I'm like, ooh, I'm getting it. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day. I'm like, oh, I'm off of work. I'm about to go do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have months where I'm off of work and I'm asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asleep.
Yeah.
It's nothing. So I would say just putting in that time, like you said, the time management,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just what's the word? The word to make sure I'm doing it every day. Staying consistent. Stay consistent. Yo,
Consistency.
that's the biggest thing. Yo, that's my biggest problem. Stay
Mm-hmm.
consistent. Like I say, I come in spurts, and that is not gonna help you get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Those people who sound horrible, you know why they're doing better than us? They're staying
Consistency.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Consistently horrible, which they are. They which they are. Consistently horrible. They are.
Oh
But
my
they're
God.
consistent.
You're right. You are correct.
They don't care how many people say this is horrible, this sucks. They're in their own world. They're saying, well, hey, I'm putting it out there. I'm making money in it. You want to be making money in it. And so they're doing something right, even though they're doing a lot wrong.
Yeah.
They're doing something.
How y'all think
right.
Ice JJ Fish got on TV? Consistency.
Bruh.
Something about your girl.
Hey. Hey. He had the 2012 rocking, I'm telling you. So, yeah, just stay consistent, man. Don't stop just because you, like I said, you have bumps in the road, you have problems going on in your life. Try to make sure, like you said, put 20 minutes, 30 minutes into it. We got the time. No matter how you feel like you don't, you got the time. So consistency is the key for me.
Okay. And then so my last question I have for you is what do you think is preventing your consistency? And then I forget what the other thing you said is. Putting in the work, and you said consistency. What do you think is preventing you from doing that?
I just said
don't
don't give in to the bumps. So I can't just make no I can't make no excuses and be like, man, everything just hit me. So I'm not, so nah, it's not that. I would just say, for me personally, the things that are stopping me it's just me, man. It's just me. I'm not doing what I need to do.
But what is that though? But what is that that's causing you to not to block yourself?
Oh, because I'm focused on, all right, so my grandma always said there's good money and there's fast money. So right now, I'm focused on the fast money. That's not it's long money and it's fast money. Right now, I'm focused on the fast money, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I'm putting in hours at a job that, one of my jobs I really do like. So I'm not gonna say I hate my job. I got 2 jobs, so one of them I really do love. The other one I'm like, but I'm putting so many hours in at these jobs, working for other people, making them rich, and I'm not putting in the work myself. I would say I want the money, so I want money to a point to where I can afford this. I can get things I like. I can buy what I want. That's cool. But in the long run, I'm putting in 60, 70 hours just a week on a job, just so I can be able to be like, okay, I'm doing this. and then the money still go like it's nothing. So,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, I think for me, it's more about focusing on the long-term goal instead of being like, oh, well, I got this money right now. I can go buy this right now. I
Mm-hmm.
might not be, if I was to focus on my music and do what I need to do, I might not be able to buy what I want right now. But in the future, I bet you I can buy it 3 times over and be straight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it is. For me, I'm focused right now. I've been so focused on fast money that I haven't been putting thought and putting effort into what I really need to be doing to further myself in my career that I want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is. I think that's the biggest problem with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make sure I'm good on the back end with money, make sure I'm good right now with money when I should be making sure I'm good for later.
Okay. So, okay, let me
Yeah.
ask you another question.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
with the time that you're off, what's
Mm.
preventing you from using that time?
Oh,
Cause
you know,
remember, it's 168 hours a week.
that's facts. Okay. So, okay, I like to, all right, so I like to have fun. I do like to have fun,
Mm-hmm.
but I also like to chill.
Mm-hmm.
My weekends, I've been chilling. I've, I've been chilling.
Uh-huh.
I've been chilling. So I've been, like you said, I've just been wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been wasting time. I'll waste time because I have, even if I choose to go out with friends on a Friday or a Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
I still got Sunday. But then
Mm-hmm.
my excuse is, oh, Sunday football on. Let me watch football. Let me watch my team. This is how I do. I say, oh, let me watch my team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if my team play the game over, I'm like, oh dang! So Tom Brady playing next. I'm just gonna watch a little bit
You
of
gonna
this.
catch the highlights too? You be catching the highlights too?
Oh, listen. I'm just gonna watch a little bit, and then it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I should jump on. But guess what? Them sorry Cowboys on again. So I'm like, I gotta watch them lose. And then before you know it, your whole day is gone. You just wasted a whole day doing nothing. Doing nothing. And that's my problem. I'm lazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm lazy. I gotta get out of that. I'm lazy. That's my biggest problem. That, like you said, the time management, I really think that's one of my biggest problems. Because I'm like, I made sure I got jobs to where I didn't have to work on the weekends. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't gotta work on the weekends just so I can focus on my other stuff. And I'm not. I'm focused on the wrong things. So that's all that is.
Okay.
I'm lazy. I got to do better. I'm lazy.
It's all good, man. Just get back on it. You good?
That's facts. I got the work ethic. I know I do. Ain't no way I'm putting in 70, 75 hours at these other jobs and I can't give myself 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's no way. I know I got the work ethic. I just got to get the mindset back. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Well, I had to push. I was like, let me push a little bit.
I know you, man. It's all love though. It's all love. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate it because some people get upset if you try to push them a little bit. They be like, I'm like, all right.
Nah, bro. It's all love, man. I know that you want the best for me just like I want the best for you.
Yeah.
So that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. Now it comes down to me listening and actually putting into action. That's the problem. Because you're always on me. You always make sure you like, hey, what's going on with the music?
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
And what I always say, I'm gonna get back on.
Cause y'all like for real, this man got some really good music. Oh, hold on, let me see what my time at. Okay, I got a little bit of time. You actually have really good music. I was surprised because I thought it was gonna sound like
some SoundCloud.
Some SoundCloud, some Ice J. I didn't know. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was gonna be listening to. He played it for me, and it sounded like some real legit stuff. So I'm here for it. So can you let the people know where to find your music, sir?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can find me anywhere. Even do I have SoundCloud? Yeah, but you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Music, any of those at Music by i.k.e. or i.k.e. Everywhere. You can find me on all social media, Music by i.k.e. Anywhere you go to look, Music by i.k.e. It's Music by i.k.e. everywhere.
Okay. All right. So
YouTube
I'm gonna put
don't matter.
I'm gonna put the links I'm gonna put it on the screen, and then I'm also put it in the description and the description on YouTube, and then the description for the podcast too. But thanks for coming on. That was a great story, and that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for coming. It's the big homie.
No problem, man. No problem. I appreciate you having me for sure. Next time we gonna make sure we get everything right with the audio and stuff.
No, it's all
we
good.
Gonna make sure.
I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure we good. We'll, if not, I'm good for finessing something. I'll tell you that. So.
Oh yeah, you working magic. Like I said, you working magic.
I'm good for finessing something.
Hey, for sure.
But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Awesome, y'all. So we thank y'all for listening, or if y'all watching this, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yes, ma'am.